Hello, welcome trail walkers. How are you? Good evening. This is Brenda from Oxfam. Great that we have now about 40 trail walkers or your support team joining us. Perfect. So in the beginning, and I think I need to mention that for the video you just viewed is the past video that we did for the first virtual event. But for this coming one, you will have four persons, four members, four trail walkers walking all the way. No more alone. Okay. So this is the trail walker spirit. Always four members together. Another thing I need to mention is today we have many teams coming to us, and we find that some of you and some of the participants have registered for a wrong event. So some people has registered under the what we call the medical Oxfam training. So do not register for that. If you did that, please register again under virtually together. Okay. And another guest, Raina, will come to that in more details later. Okay, let's go to the key content tonight. I make a video. We have now 41 guests joining us. Perfect. Okay, so tonight, so for my part, I will go through briefly the event details and allow you some time to question, and then we will spend more time on the TRAILME apps. Okay, for the period is next Monday to 12 December. Please note the time. There is a cutoff time on the 9th of 12 December when the apps will stop. And next, we would like to thank you all the sponsors, all the corporate sponsors, because without them, we cannot do these trail walkers. Without such short notice, and actually they have been supporting us, and we're really grateful that they continue their support to this virtual version of Trail Walker. And same to you. We know that you have been training very hard for the physical ones, and now we have to turn to virtual, and then you keep on with us, and then we because we've been seeing many teams today, so it's really great to see you guys again, and we'll see you all on the trail, and on weekends we'll be there presenting the finishing medal to you. I'll mention more on that. Okay, the most important thing about my part about the briefing tonight, firstly, team of four, always for trail walker, team of four. You have to start together, you have to stick together, and then for the better result, because we will count the time of the slowest walkers. So really it's about helping the slowest of the team so that you get a better finishing time. And then safety, because we don't have the checkpoint as before, so that we hope the four of you will help each other, and so that you keep on to be very safe, and instead of walking alone anytime. So don't do that. Be safe and always be together. And for this virtual event, you need to have your self-support, because we don't have the checkpoint as usual. The fourth one is really you have to use the TRAILME as a tracking device. That another guest, Raina, will cover more. Finally, it's about the fundraising, because after all, Trail Walker is about raising money to help people. So we hope you can continue to use your team page to raise funds online, and we have set a target to each team, and we hope you can reach that target and try to raise as much as money as possible, because really Oxfam is about helping people. Okay, these are the basic information, and basically I've covered most of them. Another thing is about when you arrange your support team, please maintain the proper social distancing. So we always have to remind about this. And about the donation, the minimum amount is 5,200, and you can still continue to use your team page. And for those team raising 20,000 or more, we will reserve a team place for you in an in-person event in the future. We hopefully can do it again next year. We already started doing some planning for that, but we never know. But we will try to cope with every changes and adapt to it, and then we will try our best and just keep on with us, and then we will how to say, we just want you to join us with the trail walker journey no matter what happened, right? And then for those raising 50,000 or more, there will be a fundraising award, and the name of the team or the company will be published on a thank you advertisement next year. The route details for those of you who does trail walker for the first time. I have to remind that trail walker are using the MacLeod Trail, but just the first to the 9th sections. And after section 9, we deviate, we use another trail, another routing along the Tai Lam Chong Reservoir. So all the details are here. And we hope you can read in details. And basically, for some places, we don't follow the MacLeod Trail closely. Like after Saiwan Village, instead of passing through M032, you go straight across the beach to M033. And then after Timeout, coming down from Timeout, and then there will be a barrier. Then you will see marker post 152. And then for the MacLeod Trail, it will go into some bushes and the stairs. But for trail walker, we follow the road, the main road, the road where cars will drive along. And then for section 10, after M174, you go left to follow the reservoir. So do not follow the MacLeod Trail. And then these are the pictures showing the final about 12K from M174 to our finish, which is the Tai Tong barbecue area. So I hope you can read in detail yourself. I don't go into details here. Okay, and this is what we call the finish point of the virtual event. So it is the map board at the Tai Tong barbecue area. Okay, so once you arrive, the apps will show that so you arrive and you don't have to press anything, and then a congratulations message will be sent to your SMS. Okay, so that's about the trail. And now I want to cover more about the different way of joining this virtual. So either you do one go. Today I asked many teams. I think about half of them say they will do one go. And they'll be really training very hard. So for these teams, you can register under Adventurous Trail Walkers 100K. And same as previously, the time allowed is 48 hours. Okay, and some reminder is because we have some support point at Gateway Camp and at the finish, and there is some implication on the logistics, on the people. So we only take the first attempt. So if you attempted the first time and you finished and the 100K, then your finishing time will be counted. So if you want to do it another time with a better result, sorry, we don't take the subsequent results. So we take the first complete time. And secondly, the finishing time is the last member of the team. So that will be printed on the certificate later. That we will send through the electronic, we will send to teams electronically, meaning we will send e-certificates to teams after the event. And another thing to remind is you have to start together, better together. Maximum, we allow 15 minutes apart from each other. If not, we cannot count the time of the team. So you go to toilet, you stretch, you do everything, and then you all pull out your phone, and then you press go together. So this is the map of the 100K. So this is the start point of the 100K. So it's a bit different from before. It's the kiosk that everybody at Pat Tam Chung knows very well. So what you do is you register your event in the TRAILME, and then on the day you will see your bid number, your virtual number like this, V some 00 something, and then you press go. But if your phone setting is not that correct, there will be reminder reminding you to set your phone on the location, on the data, on the battery, that another speaker will cover more. So make sure that the 4 of you are at the same place, and then you press the go together. And then you go, and then your time will be recorded automatically in the TRAILME. And then when you finish this finish point, which is the Tai Tong barbecue site, the time will be recorded automatically. And on those weekends, we will have volunteers and staff there presenting medals. So if you want them to give you medals at Tai Tong, please, so make sure that you will finish during weekends. We will come to the detailed time later. So another format is you break 100K into 2 sections. So you do 60K one week, and then maybe 40K the other week. Okay, so same, you also need to register these separately in the TRAILME. So this is the map. This is same the Pet Tanchong kiosk. So same, the 4 of you have to go here and press go together. And then there you go. For the 60K, it ended here at the end of McLeod Trail Section 5. Okay, just besides Typo Road. So again, it ends you automatically, that you don't have to press anything. And then for the 40K, it started at Typo Road, this area, which is very famous. A lot of monkeys, so same. The 4 of you press the go together here. Okay, and then you continue same. You also finish at Tai Tong barbecue site. Okay, points to note. For this year, we have few support provided by Oxfam. One is we have a food coupon where you can redeem some snacks at a place called Zhang Sang. There is a kiosk called a Hui Lam store. I don't know if you know that. It's about walking after 28K. So that has been given to teams today. So when you come to us to collect your walker's pack, you will have that coupon included. And also on weekends, we will have volunteers at Gateway Camp. And the reminder is you have to show us your bib, so that we can provide you the supplies and waters, because we only have limited supplies, so we can only provide to register walkers. So do show us your bib so that you can have access to our resources and the help of our volunteers. And then at the finish, same, we need to see your bib, and of course we'll check the website, the apps, so that we can present you the medals. But the reminder here is you can for those who walked the whole trail 2 times, if you want us to get medals from us at Tai Tong, you must have done the 40K, you must have done the 60K before, okay? You cannot do the later 40K and then come to us and say, I want the medal. That is not possible. So we will check the data to make sure that you have done the whole 100K before presenting the medals, okay? So for those who cannot get the medals at Tai Tong, you can come to our office to collect. So we will announce the details later. And then finally, I will cover what we call the support points. Mainly what we have done is we have talked to all the stores along the trail, and we have all their opening hours here. And then although maybe they will still change, but we hope they will stick to it, but double check on the day. So basically you have to maybe rely on them apart from your support team. And So this is it. So at Hoi Lam store 張相 we have with the Oxfam coupon you can redeem some fishball 燒賣 or sweet soup 甜品啦，或者係 a bottle of canned drinks. So hope you can make good use of the coupon. And then secondly, at Gateway Camp at those Saturdays and Sunday, and even throughout the midnight, we'll have support team there providing water, including hot water, and some freshman bread, biscuits, and da. So if needed, come to us, and then we can provide you, and hope to cheer you up there, and then you can carry on with your journey, which is quite long. Okay, so all these are the support points. So do read them in detail so that you know when they are open, when they are closed, and then you can budget your time, and then you can get some drinks, get some food there apart from your support team. Because for this virtual one, you really have to rely on yourself. And we guess for this virtual version, you might have to carry more water with you. Just to be safe. But of course, don't carry too much because water is so heavy, especially when you have done 30K, 50K. So for those points where you think you can have water, and then I think for those AFCD water filling station, they are quite stable. But for the vending machine, they might come out, they may out of stock. So that is really a dilemma. So I think if the 4 of you are together, maybe you can share carrying some more water just to be safe. So that's it about my part, I think. And lastly is some reminder on the hygiene, on the COVID thing, and I think they are all common sense that you can read yourself. So it's really a something there to how to say, to satisfy the permit granted by the government to us, so that we hope you can have a happy and very safe and enjoyable trail walker experience. So for my part, I'm taking some question. Any question? Can I see them? Some question coming up. Cannot collect at the Yunnan Financial Data Submit along. Do we have to use, what happens if there's no network? Okay. Maybe for the apps part, I leave Rainer to answer later. Our team will start on how can we get the medal after the finish. If you work on the weekdays, you get the medal from our office. We will announce the details later. 仲有冇啊？冇啦。One more question. What happens if your phone run out of batteries? I think for the all question on the batteries, on the TRAILME, on the apps, can I leave it to Rainer? 係嘛？
But the battery charger would be or battery pack is good.
So this time we will advise you to bring with you at least a team 1 power pack or 1 per person.
One per team is okay.
Yeah, if a powerful one. So if you run out of battery, so for those time of when the phone is out of battery, so then you don't have your, how to say, the timing record. So my advice would be if you have other devices like your watch or something, you take your timing and then you show us later. Or if you have other 3 members, their phone are still working. So maybe you take a photo with them passing through places and as a proof to tell us that you did walk. And then we'll try to, how to synchronize all those information to justify that you have done the 100K, and then we can hand out the medal and then we can print out the certificate to you. 係咪? That's it. Okay. So some more. Still need? No need. No more COVID tests. No, not required. That is not required in the permit for this virtual event.
Still 仲有
Will the PowerPoint? Yeah, this PowerPoint will be sent to everybody. I think through email. Anyway, we will put on the website. Has it confirmed the water points will be work? Yes, all the AFCD water point. The how to say the green one, they are all working. No, they are not covered. You mean the AFCD water filling station, what they call the AFCD water filling station. They are all working because we have done the trail ourselves the past few weeks. They are all working. I'm trying to read. There is a TRAILME questions. 嗰啲 TRAILME 嘅 question 可唔可以陣間一次過 For those TRAILME questions, we will collate them. And then I will let train the speaker to handle at one go. Please, website procedure and payment. How do I do it?
mandatory go to
No. You don't have to. If you don't need to get supplies from our Gateway support point, you don't have to go into Gateway camp. If you don't need our water, you don't need our refreshment, you don't need to go to Gateway camp. Please visit our website for. Okay, somebody asking that your TRAILME, you try to register, and then it tells you to how to say visit the organized website. For people who get this message from the TRAILME, the likely problem is you do not register TRAILME with the same email as you register with Trailwalker. Is that? So if you still have that problem, please send the email to us, or you let us know your team number.
yes.
Yeah. You send an email to us through TRAILME or through Oxfam Trailwalker. So maybe we put our email on the chat box so that everybody who has question can email to us.
仲有喎，some more questions. Keep asking, okay?
Okay. Allah. Yeah. That's the beauty about TRAILME. Your support team can follow you very closely by using the apps. But the point is the support team also need to download the same apps, and they need to register for Trailwalker. I don't know, they have to have a TRAILME account, and then they can follow you.
仲有
What happens if one person drop out can still? Yeah. If one person of the team drop out, the three of you get an individual certificate. But one reminder here is we only we only show the finishing time for those who did it in one go. So for those who did it in two split sections, we cannot show the finishing time.
仲有
Yes, if you start on Friday, when you see the PowerPoint, TRAILME also open on Friday. Yeah, you can get the supplies. The point is you have to present the queue point. They only will provide supplies upon seeing the queue point. Yeah, Friday afternoon at TRAILME to be rather safe. Any water available weekend other than no, sorry. Other than weekends, we cannot have water at Gateway Camp because last time when we put some there, it's tempered and it's not safe. So sorry, no water at Gateway Camp. Self from large bottle. Can we change day with? Yeah. So if you have say to us some days and now you want to change, yes, you can change as long as within that period. 22nd November to 12th December. The team drop out, what do we need to do? Carry on. If a team member drop out, what do we need to do to carry on? For the member who drop out, the member press give up in the TRAILME. That's it. So those continuing, you just continue until you reach the finish. Any more questions on logistics, on supplies? So that if on the TRAILME apps, I will leave it to another speaker, Rina. Okay. So any question you can email us anytime. Okay, Rina. So your turn. So Rina from the TRAILME will introduce to you all the details.
Thank you very much, Brenda, for your nice overview, and thank you very much, everyone who's joining us tonight on our TRAILME briefing. And I'm very, very pleased to be here tonight and to take up the part to give you the overview of the app. And it's our pleasure to support TRAILME with TRAILME, the Oxfam initiative, and this virtual event for the second time. So maybe we can start with a presentation. No, not the trail. Not the phone settings.
The first page, is it?
The TRAILME user guide.
First page.
All right, here we go. So that's the TRAILME user guide. My presentation or the briefing will mainly have two parts. The first part is where I will take you through the first part will be a little bit more about how to create an account, how to register for the virtual events, and how to start and how to let your friends or supporters watch you. My second part is more about the technical setup or the settings in the individual phones. So it might be a little bit more technical, but it is very helpful to understand the precise settings. If you have already received the email from Oxfam, you know that you need to first to establish and to download the app. If you have done this already, you can activate your account. We have already found a lot of people who have today who came in and have demonstrated that they have already experienced last time and in February, March, the usage of TRAILME. So let's take you through to the next page, which is how to create a TRAILME account. If you have downloaded the app and if you open the app, you will the first time see the point sign up. With the sign up, you will requested to fill in your personal details like nickname, first name, last name, email address, etc. So there are some small conditions which you need to recognize, that the nickname should be at least 5 characters and special characters avoided, and the password has also some certain format which you need to fill in. If you completely signed up and sent and submitted that, we will send out an email to activate your account. Please check your email carefully. Sometimes you might have seen this email not in your regular inbox, so please check also your spam account or spam folder for that. If you have activated your account, then you go back to the app and you can start creating or adding information into your settings. You can add like your birthday or your mobile emergency number, which we would request later in the registration for the event itself. So then the next point is you go to the events, and out of the calendar, as Brenda already said, be careful that you choose the Oxfam Trailwalker 2021 Virtual Together event. If you go into this event, you will find the 3 courses, and as part of the formats, you can either choose 100 kilometers or you register for the 60 and 40 kilometer courses together. So if you register, you go into the individual course, like you see the 100 kilometers course, and you register and you confirm. When you confirm, you see the individual information which we request, like gender, age group, gender, your nationality, your experience level, and the emergency number and your personal phone number. When you save this, you will receive what we call the virtual BIP number, which is important later when we do the sorting, when we do the search, which you also can share then as a good indication to find your records to other friends or supporters. From here on, there's also the point that some people have maybe used different emails, and that is a point to check whether you have really specifically used the same email address for creating the account and the same email used for the Oxfam registration. So before opening the TRAILME app, you have to make sure that the basic configuration on your phone are in right shape. It is important to have Bluetooth turned on, GPS location turned on. We will go a little bit in detail of all of that. Mobile data turned on, obviously. Battery saver disabled, and sometimes, in some cases, do not disturb mode also disabled. Particular now how to start when you have created your account and when you have to register, how to start at the day when you are at the starting point, like in Pak Tam Chung or at Typo Road, your event, your race. You go back, either you go in My Races or in Events, and you search back for the Oxfam Trailwalker, you search for and you select the course. Then you see the screen and says, enter the race. With entering the race, you go back to your original BIP number, your start number. And the first thing which we still recommend before you do ready to race is you see the phone button or the phone check button, check my phone settings. This is a good opportunity just at that moment to clarify and to check your phone settings again, where we check for Bluetooth, location services, and all the details of your specific phones. If this is in good shape and everything is ticked off, then we recommend that you all together press ready to race and you see the go button. This is the point where we check if you are at the start location, and the start detection will allow you to press the go button. If at a certain point you are not at the start, in particular in the kiosk at Pak Tam Chung or at the Typo Road, then the detection will not come up with the go button. That is an indication that you might have to consider getting closer to the start point. If still something is not correct, but you are staying at the start point and you're certain, then you can still press another button which is saying start anyway. So we want to make sure that at that time you have an option to start, and we will record that in a different way. If you press the go button, then you will see in the next screen that you are on the map and you are at the start position, and you see that you are in the race. The blue indication will say start and then racing. If at a certain time you feel you are tired or you cannot really continue the race, it is very, very helpful, the race organizer here for Oxfam, to understand your condition or your actual status. Instead of just leaving the trail and just being in unknown condition, we strongly recommend that you press the give up button. That indicates for the race organizer that you have left the course and finished under these conditions. But if you are finishing, automatically the app will recognize your finish point, will send out an SMS, and will come up with a finish pop-up message. Congratulations for your achievement. So the other very interesting part of the app is, and what Brenda said is, the app is made for live engagement and for the supporters and fans and families and everyone to follow you. The way is pretty easy. Everyone has to download the app, sign up as we described, and have the same selection of the course, and can see on the map the button called ranking. If you click on that, on the button ranking, right up on the top. Then you can go to the search option, or you can directly go into the tabs of pre-start, racing, finished, to search or to see and select for your friend or your partner or your buddy or the person you want to track. The main thing here is that you switch on in the middle of these phones. You can see the button live tracking on. With that, this person becomes trackable and visible on your map, and you can see all the details of this person moving forward on the map. You can also go into any of these racers or walkers to see the actual details and the progress in any specific split time he has already made. We have a couple of questions already prepared, which are common. What happens if my phone signal has bad reception? In some areas of Hong Kong country parks, that is naturally the case, where we have no reception. Don't worry about that situation for that moment, because the app is designed and working in an online and offline mode, which will constantly track and scan for the trackers, even if there's no reception, and afterwards, when the reception comes back, automatically be synchronized, so that all the data will be in our system and will be presented when you finish. What happens if we run out of battery? Yes, it would be not good to have no battery, especially for emergency cases or cases where you need to contact someone and communicate. So therefore, we recommend to carry on at least one battery charger per team. But if that happens anyway, then you might have the chance, at least at the end, to recharge your phone to get a record at least for finish. Even if that doesn't happen, as Brenda said, is the recommendation is among your teammates or your team colleagues to make sure that you can prove that you stay together and you're finished together, and we will make sure that these data will be recorded in a certain way in our documentation in our app. Do I need to turn on Bluetooth and location at the same time? Yes, that is our principle, and Bluetooth is a very low battery consuming protocol against GPS. So yes, you need to turn on that we have a full function and tracking functionality in the app. So let's go a little bit more specific into technical details of every setup of every phone. Sorry, one slide before is technical situations where we have situations where we have situations which you might experience, hopefully not too much. The first one is connection timeout, which could happen if exactly in these areas where we have no signal or less or poor connectivity. Don't worry about that at that moment, because it's just an alert that the apps will reconnect at a certain time later and synchronize the data. Session expired. You might have used the app for quite a while, but then you have stopped using that. So we have a mechanism that for a period of time you need to be online. If you stay offline, then the session expires. You just log in and you continue with using the app. If that happens during the race, then please re-log in, and we need to see how long the period is if that happens during the race. If you see a red exclamation mark, this is an indication for us that we have to synchronize data. It will a little bit delayed in the synchronization, but also that is just a temporary effect and will be synchronized as we go. Let's take you through more specific phone settings. The majority of phones are between iPhones, iOS, and Android, and specific Androids might have different user or phone settings. I will take you a little bit step by step through the specific phone settings to make sure that you are well prepared and you have a smooth and great tracking and result experience. All these informations are available either on our website or, even better, online, available on the phone itself. If you go into the phone settings, you will find an item called phone setting guides, which you can just press, and you have all these details on hand on your phone. In addition, as I mentioned, when you register and you see your phone coming to the BIP number, there is the last check, which you also can do the phone checking. But let's take you through the iPhone setting now. It's important that you turn on Bluetooth, turn on mobile data, turn on location service, and in location service, one more detail, we come to this, you turn off the battery saving mode and you turn off the not disturb mode. If you go to setting and scroll down and you see and select the TRAILME app, you can see all the details which we described. It is very important that you have location service always. There are different choices like never or always on, but it needs to be really location service always. Bluetooth on, background, app refresh on, and mobile data on. You can choose to have notifications, which then allows you to have notifications on your phone and even on your wearables. Like Garmin allows us to have the standard notifications even displayed on wearables. So turn on notifications, sound, and badges if you like to receive them. Do not disturb. For some people who are running quite long and overnight, sometimes I have do not disturb enabled. Please turn that off so that even after maybe 8, 9 o'clock, when you normally do not want to disturb, that this is in this special case allowed, which allows us or the apps to send out these notifications. Some people also have night shift on. Please turn off night shift mode. Coming to the next brand, which is an Android phone, Samsung, has very different specific settings. Let's take you through that. The same basic information or the same basic settings have to be applied. Turn on Bluetooth, turn on mobile data, turn on location service, turn off battery saving mode, and turn off do not disturb mode. But here, you might be very familiar with your Samsung phone. It is called Device Care in the settings. You go to the battery menu item, and there we have adaptive battery and put unused app to sleep. There now it's very critical that we check these menu items, sleeping apps, where you can see sometimes already TRAILME is listed up. This would force TRAILME to sleep well after a while when you use this. This is exactly what we don't want. Probably you don't sleep during your race, so that we need to make sure that the app is also not put to sleep mode. So therefore, we need to eliminate and to remove the TRAILME app out of this menu item sleeping apps. We do the opposite. We put the apps that won't be put to sleep. We add this here. We add the app TRAILME into this item. We add that. So then we come to the point settings and location service. We see the position app permission, and we need to search for TRAILME and select the TRAILME app. And that is a key that we allow only while using the app. We improve the accuracy in location service by Bluetooth scanning switching on. That is a key setup for the Samsung phone. Coming to the Xiaomi phone, We have the same standard basic setting, Bluetooth on, mobile data on, location service on, battery saving mode off, and do not disturb mode off. Here the main thing is we go to setting and installed apps. TRAILME app, we scroll down to find the TRAILME app listed there. We go to the point auto start and we turn on auto start OK. Under app permission, we can see that we need to turn on camera, location, phone, and storage switches. Under other permissions, we also have the same, that we turn on change Bluetooth connectivity, home screen shortcut, show on lock screen, and start in background. We switch these on. Under battery saver and Wi-Fi Bluetooth scanning, we activate Bluetooth scanning, which is very relevant. For the last, or sorry, for the note, we have two more phones. The LG, I repeat the same standard, I would say, functionality and features and settings. For the battery, under general, the battery saver, we put the battery saver off. Under power saving exclusion, we select the TRAILME app and we turn that on. And for the settings on sound and do not disturb, we turn off and use the do not disturb mode. Under setting and location scannings, we need to turn the Bluetooth scanning on. That's quite relevant. For the last phone, a Huawei phone, we have the same standard settings. Please make sure that is correct. In the battery saving setting, we have 3 relevant options: the power saving mode, the ultra power saving mode, and the app launch mode. So we go for the first, for the app launch, battery app launch, we search and we turn off the TRAILME app. For the further points, we have a manual adjustment for the auto launch, secondary launch, and for run in background. We need these 3 options to be set on. For the sound, you have the option that you have the switch the do not disturb off. And for the scan settings under location service, it is equally like in the other phones mandatory and strongly recommended to switch the Bluetooth scanning on. I think that's so far for the specific phone settings. As a repeat, all these informations are available online, will be distributed through Oxfam on their website, but also are immediately available on the phone itself. I think we're okay to take more questions. Yes, let me repeat the question for everyone. What happens if we are slightly off the course? Is there a tolerance for the macular markers? The tolerance is not high because we want to make sure that no one is cheating and no one is bypassing main parts of the course. If you miss 1 marker or 2 markers, that might be not a disqualifying criteria, but it's a judgment of the race organization later. But you should be in the range of 20, 50 meters, 100 meters to stay close to these Mecklenhouse course markers. When you register a new account, will we use individual email address or all 4 for the team leader's email? Please use your individual email address because you have also registered with Oxfam with your individual team with your individual email address, and we check against that. As also is mentioned, sometimes in a team you might have the situation that that person has dropped off. So we also recognize you as a team equally to a solo or an individual. Yes, that's a great thing. Can support team follow the team via the app? As we said, the main beauty and the main advantage is for supporters, family and friends to follow a person, a racer, a walker during the event. It's equally that fan or supporter who wants to follow downloads the app, signs up for an account, and finds a person in the search via the BIP number, the name, and puts him on live tracking. Then you can follow the entire race and the entire event, that person or the entire team. There is an error message. A person asked again, I'm trying to register on the app and I get the message, attention, the event has an entry fee. That's correct, the event has an entry fee and you had to register with Oxfam. I suppose you have registered with Oxfam. So the normal check is, are you using the same email address for TRAILME as you have used for the Oxfam registration? Please make sure you really identically use the same email for both accounts. If you still struggle with that, please send this information or your email as mentioned in the chat to the Oxfam email that we can double check and follow that up with you. Again, what happens if your phone runs out of battery? First, our recommendation is don't let that happen. Also for emergency cases. Our experience and our experience says a normal phone can normally run for 24 hours or 48 hours without having any issues because our app does not consume extra battery. But if your phone is quite old and you anyway need a battery after 3, 5 or 8 hours, we strongly recommend that you have a battery charger with you. If that still happens, then as we mentioned before, please make sure that at least one person in your team has a valid TRAILME account and valid finisher's record so that we can copy or transfer this results also to the person who ran out of battery. What is it if the data missing, if there's a poor connection? Normally, the poor connection or the reception is not a reason why you don't scan and why you don't being tracked. This has happened then in an offline mode and the data will be synchronized.
Do you have any tips for the walker use the TRAILME app smoothly?
Yeah, for better reception.
Yeah, some of the tips to have, let's say, more or less a good setting is, one thing is always good, sometimes just simple to reboot your phone.
Yes.
Some people have never rebooted the phone for half a year or forever. Some people have never closed the apps and have all the apps and everything open. Another tip is very simple, close as most of the unused apps because they consume your battery. Be careful if you do all the battery consuming things and making long videos and taking a lot of photos and so on. You might take another phone for that. So if you clean up everything and reboot and reset everything, that's a good start. Who can I ask for help during the event? Of course, there are different asks for help. There are certain emergency information where we have added emergency information on the event live course. You can see there is a button for alert or for safety where the race organizer has given us the contact information. That's one. Secondly, you have email or contact details where you can directly communicate with us. Can I ask Oxfam, is this information shared, the email or a phone number where someone can call you?
Yeah. So maybe let me continue that. So thank you.
Or any technical question, I'm happy to.
Yeah.
Oh,
Maybe
yeah.
we can. So hi, it's me again. During the event period, if you have any question on anything, of course you can always email us, and then we are trying to arrange a phone number that you can call during the office hours. And on those weekends, even at night time, that phone you can call as well. And one thing I want to correct is about the gateway camp, because somebody asked if you don't need anything from us at gateway camp, if the team need to go into gateway camp. I want to correct that you don't have to go into gateway camp at all for the virtual, because our support point is right along the McLeod Trail, that you don't have to go into the gateway camp like the previous event. Who can I ask? I'm a supporter and try to check it, but unable to find the live button in.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand. Right now, this event is in the status of pre-start. The event itself is not listed in live. It will be live, of course, on Monday morning, 6 o'clock, when we really activate it. So when you go under the live, you will see this event, Oxfam Trailwalker Virtual Together 2021, in this group of live events. Then you click on that, and then you can see the race participation there, and you can find the actual runners in that group or that list. Not sure if that answers exactly that.
Okay, so if any more questions from anybody? We still have 39 people with us. One more? Two more questions coming. Will there be refractive marker tape put out along the trail? Like no, because sorry, the government do not allow us to put up those refractive markers. We can only put up, I think, 4 to 5 pieces along the final 12K after M174 to the finish.
Yes, but maybe I can add some feature if people like that, right? Under the setting, there is something called notification and sound. Yeah? If you switch on that correctly, then at every marker you pass, you will have a beep. And the vibration, that is a certain confirmation that you are also on the right track. Roughly, of course, every 500 meters then.
So meaning that it's not a refractive marker, but that can be an audio marker with the TRAILME. Can I say that?
Yes.
Yeah. Is it possible to have support team to meet us at gateway camp location? Is it possible for them at night time? Yes. We are using a barbecue area along the McLeod Trail. So again, I say it once again, you don't have to enter the gateway camp. That campsite is closed, but besides that campsite, along the McLeod Trail, you remember, for those who have done Trailwalker before, if for Trailwalker, the previous Trailwalker, you have to go straight into the campsite. But for this virtual one, you don't have to go. You just follow the McLeod Trail, meaning you turn right down the stairs, and then you pass a small stream, and then you go upstairs a bit, and then you will see our gateway camp support point. So your support team can go there.
Yes, but maybe I can add, if you go by car, because by night, public transportation, or so, it is very tricky to park. There are not many parking spots. So you need to be
parking
aware.
Is a problem.
Parking is very, very tricky there.
This fundraising is a good question. So I think our deadline is 12th of Jan next year, right? Yes, so you can have a full month to raise the money. Thank you for asking that. Thank you for wanting to raise a donation for Oxfam. Okay, no more question. Perfect. So thank you for joining us throughout, about 40 of you. So we hope you have a great experience as this trail walker, virtual trail walker. We'll see you if you are doing it on the weekends, because on weekends, weekends morning will be at the start point, and at the weekends we'll be at the finish point. So we really hope to see many of you.
Thanks so much.
Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Good night.